What's up, my friends? Much love. Hope you're all doing well out there. Today we're driving out on the tops of these mesas, checking out a few spots, and just right off the bat, just off the edge of the road, as you can see, the road is just here, but right behind me here, up on top of this rock, you can see there's an old busted down pueblito. As my son is sitting there on the edge of that rock back there, there's some petroglyphs just behind him on the wall there. We're going to check those out. And just around the corner here behind me on this rock, there's another one. So we're going to check these things out, and then we're probably going to take a hike down the canyon where we know that there's another one located. So as we walk back in here, you can see up on this large rock, there's a petroglyph up on this large rock right here. We're going to take a look at it. Kind of hard to see from this angle. Looks like right here someone's carved their name. But if we could get up on this rock, I think we'd get a better look at it. Right there. So as we come around the corner here, there's a cool little spot. I don't see any more petroglyphs. We're going to climb up here on top, see if we can get a good look at that old dwelling.
Look at this little thing.
Nice. That's really cool. Kind of a small, cool little natural arch there. So as we get up on top here, and we turn around, you can see we're on top of this rock now. Just across from us on that other rock, you can see there's an old busted down dwelling sitting there on top of it. Nothing much remains besides the stones of the foundation of what was once there. Just down off the road, you can see there's a well location, natural gas well. So this is just off the road, and we're looking down right on the road here. And if you look across the canyon, way down in there, there's another one we'd like to hike to. Here's a different angle. There's that dwelling on top of that rock right there. So this is as close as we could get to this old dwelling. You can see the only stones that are stacked up are right there in the middle of the screen. Some flowers growing up there on it. Just below, looks like there might be some petroglyphs down here on the bottom. Let's go check that out. But there's definitely some on the other side. So on this side, it looks like it's mostly people's initials and such. 1960, can't tell And there's some more up here. Same thing here. You can see all these stones that have fallen down off the top of this thing over time. Here we got some petroglyphs high up on the rock. Let me see if I can get up there and get a better look. So here, looks like we got a warrior with a shield. We also got another individual. I don't know if it's depicting him fighting him or shooting him with an arrow perhaps. The other one has his arms up, as you can see. Just behind me you can see there's this cross up on top of this pedestal, so to speak. Down below that we have this X. Forced to stand so close, it's hard to get a good picture. But here you can see there's another warrior coming over. You can see there's a really old one right there. This one has his arms up. This one here is very old. Looks like we got some kind of an eagle there. These ones are a little more newer, it seems. There's another warrior right there. And there's a few more as we go across here. Try not to fall. Here's the rest of them. There's a large arrow there. Over here we got some more cross markings. You can see this crack right here is just packed with pack rat nesting. Just beneath this rock, where all these stones have fallen, down in the dirt here, you can see there's pottery still laying on the ground here. There's another couple pieces here. I'm sure it's all buried underneath here as well. Coming across this site came as a surprise to us, as we were only passing by, headed to a place where we would start our hike, searching for a different site, but we sure are glad that we noticed it off the edge of the road. The petroglyphs were specifically amazing, and it's unclear to us whether they were all from the same time period or if the water running down the side of the rock over time in different measures had played a part in the different ways that they appeared, but nevertheless, they were amazing to see. The clear evidence of the small dwelling upon the rock was also very interesting, and although there was not much to see other than rubble, it was quite evident that this rock had a foundation of a defensive site in which people lived in long ago. Due to its lack of lumber, no tree ring analysis have ever been taken, therefore dating is inconclusive. However, due to its pottery samples, it is also assumed that it's like the others in the area in the 1600s and 1700s. So we're on our way up this canyon, and as you can see, this is going to be a very brutal hike. So we got to go down this canyon and up the other side, and then continue on up the way. We know of some ruins that are back here that we really want to get to, we really want to see, so we're going to send it. So we made it down to the bottom of this canyon. Now we got to start up the other side. That is a huge boulder. There's lots of falling down trees through here. An old elk trail here. It's been pretty brutal hike so far. I've got a lot of loose rock, a lot of obstacles in this canyon. But we're almost up to the other side where we need to be. This is it right here, and we'll be up on top. Just following this old deer trail. So we just came down from the other side over there. The thing with this side is that if you want to drive up, right up to it, you got to go through blocked gates and private land. The site itself is not on private land, but if you want to get up to it close with your vehicle, you got to cross private land. And it's not something we're able or willing to do, so we're hiking in the long way, which is very brutal, but at the same time, very enjoyable. So now that we're on the mesa top, our hike is a little bit easier. Going across these flats. We got some elk tracks here we're following. So we're coming back up to the cliffs now. Along these cliffs somewhere is where we have our ruins. So it's just a matter of exploring this cliffside now, seeing if we could locate this thing. We were really limited on information concerning this site. All we had to go off of was an old picture, a little knowledge on how to get into this canyon without crossing private land, and we knew it was in the cliffs, so we went on searching, hoping that we would be able to find it. So, walking this cliff line, we came across this cool place where the sandstone looks like a bunch of bubbles, as you can see. It's pretty neat. All the water holes. So we've made it to this location where we got these very large pine trees. These are kind of rare growing back in this area. But as you can see, these are definitely pine trees. Very large pine trees. At that. So we also found this opening, kind of an indentation down to this cliffside. So we're gonna wander in here and see if we could look either way to see what we can see. Because I know we're near it. We're getting close.
You going first, you lead the way.
Don't hit your head. There you are.
That's cool.
Okay, so now we're down on this cliffside. We just came right through there. That little opening bringing us down to this cliffside. You see there's another canyon right here. Got a very large alcove tucked away back there. Be another cool place to explore. But we found our location. And as we walk this way, you can see there's a hogan, old busted hogan right there on the ground. This would have been a wood structure, likely a hogan. We don't really see any petroglyphs in here that I've noticed yet. As we come around the corner, we got our dwelling right there. You can see it poking out at us. Right there hiding. So as we come over here, you'll see there's this large log, an old pine log, that has been notched out for foot places to climb up to the mesa top. And it has been burned on the back side here. You can see it's all burned up. But you can clearly see where it's been notched. As we get up on this cliff edge, about a 30-40 foot drop right here. As we get over here, you can see how defensive this side is. We got this crack right here. We got this large crack. Goes down there quite a ways, all the way to the bottom. And this is the sketchy part. My son didn't feel comfortable doing it, so I'm not going to make him. Basically what we got to do is we got to stick a foot out here. And there's a crack right there we reach for. We reach for it with our hand. We're over, make sure we don't hit our head. And we're there. So as we cross over to the site, what you can see is that there's an old dwelling here. It's no longer standing, but still you can see the evidence of it. Some of the stones here. There's our main dwelling, tucked up under this cliff. There is something written in black there. I don't know if you could see it very well. It's hard to make out exactly what it is, and it's also hard to judge whether that's new or old, but it does appear very old, whatever it is. As we come around our tree right here, see, here's our main structure. Small dwelling. I'd say just a little over 5 feet high. And what you can see is that the wall has started to separate here on the front. Just a little bit. We got a wood roofing on this place. As we walk around to the door, you can see archaeology has taken a sample out of that lintel right there for tree ring dating. But you can see most of the mortar is still intact, still in good shape. As we look in here, you can see the blackened wall a little bit. Kneeling down, you can see these main 3 beams going across this structure long ways, and then with the roofing timbers laying on top of them. Of course, in its original build, it would have been a lot better covered, a lot better condition. Looking at the roof, it does appear there is some pottery yet still on the ground here. You can see there's small pieces. pieces of pottery. Some of it washing down off the edge of this cliff. Here we got about, I'd say that's more of like a 50-foot drop here. Getting a good look at this wall. It appears to be some kind of shell right in there. That's what that looks like. So we walk around to this side. You see, this likely might have been another doorway coming from this direction. It would appear there was probably a lintel here and also a second entrance so they could see out both sides. I, however, don't see any loopholes besides the ones that are down low on the ground. You can see there's one over there, there's one here, one down there, and perhaps one right there. It's not very big. But this is an amazing structure. Can't imagine living up here. As we come this way, we see a piece of roofing timber there coming across. Nothing but a straight drop. There's no way across. Very defensive. It does appear that there is a little bit of a cave right there, which is very interesting as well. See if we could zoom in there a little bit. You can see there's a bit of a cave there. It does seem to have a dugout bottom in it, but in order to get to it, we'd have to go around, and I'm not even sure that there would be a way over there. We'd have to explore that. There is a cool cave right there. Coming back this way as we make our way out. See, there's our large log over there in the sunlight. Ladder up to the mesa top. And you know, it might have even been in the past that this wall was connected all the way. Could have been connected all the way here, making this one big structure. It's very likely that that could be the case here, and that this room is no longer here, and this room is no longer here. So, anyway, glad we finally found it. It was a brutal hike to get here. We're thankful we were able to share it with you as well.